Chandler. The state panel has recommended increasing the average size of school districts, school unions, to between 3,000 and 4,000 students, reducing their total number that's currently at around 286, and the cost of administration to achieve $133 million in projected savings. Would you support such a proposal?
I was fortunate to serve on the select committee which reviewed the regionalization for schools and municipalities, as you know very well, AJ. And I was very pleased to hear the small rural schools weigh in, because for me it's critical for the state. We need to have retain our identity in the small rural schools. I'm very supportive of administrators being consolidated. I think it's necessary for the state of Maine. I'm not supportive of consolidating students and moving students around in the state. We're too large geographically. But I spent 27 years in education. Distance learning technology is available for all schools today. Consolidate the administrators, leave the students in place, and teach them from afar.
Totally with that. I was reading the Brookings Institute report, and it was talking about consolidating of our administration. And like I mentioned earlier, it's the top administrators who's making the big dollars. It's not the people that's actually doing the work that gets done. And we've got too many chiefs going on. There was an example in that Brookings Institute that talked about the mechanics working on buses. They had like 14 supervisors and 19.
I think we have too much administration, and I agree with you, Philip, about that. There are too many chiefs, and that was what the Brookings report said, that there were too many chiefs at the state level, at the regional level, at the local level, and at the school level. We have over 200 school administrative districts, 21 superintendents in Aroostook County, 4 part-time, 17 full-time, and for the same size of population that Portland has 1. We've got to be able to reduce administration. We've got to be able to retain, I believe, these small schools and being able to work with new economic development initiatives. So it's not just about the school, but it's about community and economic development. But we've got to figure out smarter ways to use the technology and enhance the quality of education.
I'm for consolidating management so that we keep the number of SADs, the number of school unions, the number of municipalities that we have. But management teams could manage several SADs or several school unions. What should be, and the other secession movements have shown, is that people don't want to be consolidated. They want the community that a school gives them. They want the community that sort of independence. All you have to do is go to the Augusta Civic Center in February and see the kind of rivalry that's brought about and the kind of camaraderie that's brought about by having school districts that are not small. I mean, excuse me, that are not large. If we start making super SADs, we're going to be in great trouble.
The history of school consolidation in Maine, we've had about 50 years of it, and it hasn't lowered the costs at all. I don't favor forced consolidation of schools. Frankly, forced consolidation of school districts results in schools being closed and kids being bused miles and miles and miles. What I do support is changing the school funding formula so that local school district taxpayers have to bear 100% of the cost of administrators, so that a very careful decision will be made locally whether or not a school district wants to pay for a second or a third superintendent.